All right, Coach. Well, sunny Southern California is anything but on this afternoon. Gray skies and rain in the forecast here at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and our home team. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Ready, ready! 57. Go on, go on! Pull it together. He's coming. Go, go, go!
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Oh, what a juke into space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Undercrush. Get it.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Go! 3 down. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
From the gun, Eason. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and a yard at the 19-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Here we go.
Second and 1. They set up the screen to Martin. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready?
This is Gordon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now Martin running right. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Looking to throw. Eason. And he will find his man on the outside. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Eason gets it to Gordon. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. Now the man who broke Saints fans' hearts, Greg Zuerlein, on for the field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing. Bridgewater. Out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Gordon. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Eason. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, Eason. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Martin. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Eason. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Saints first down.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, and got his man, complete. Give him 30 yards there. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has...
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throw left side complete. It's Carter. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action now. Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Throwing on first down. Eason. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looking to throw. Eason, he's got his man. It's Williams. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Crunch time, defense.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hey, exit. 57's the mic. Rock 57. Watch the run.
On first and 10, Eason looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's second down and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
57's the mic. 50.
To throw again. Eason letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Looking to throw on second down. Bridgewater, he sets to fire deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Desmond King picks it. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick six. Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw is Bridgewater. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They run it here with Gordon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
You draw Corpus.
On first down, Eason. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Throwing on first down. Eason. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. That a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw. Eason. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Bridgewater to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check three. You're out.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And taken right at the 35. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
On the ready. Hey, Alpha.
47 is the mic. 47.
On first and 10. Eason got a man. It's Brown. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chargers on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Eason, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. Way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater throwing the out route incomplete. That's Carter. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
Some people call it a shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass. All you're trying to do is open up the middle of the field, flip the ball forward. In this case, they didn't gain any yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
On the double.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready?
On 1st down, Eason over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Now 2nd and 6.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
One last shot now for Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. Well, I like